driven by certainty, data, and instant results. Faith feels like an outdated gamble. Why? Because we want proof, we want guarantees, and visible evidence. But Scripture invites us to a different way, a way of trust that transcends sight and calculation. Hebrews chapter 11, often called the Faith Hall of Fame, introduces us to heroes who walk by faith, not by sight. Abraham left his home without knowing where he was going. Sarah laughed at God's promise but held on to hope. They believed in a future they couldn't yet see, trusting God's promises above their circumstances. So faith is courage in the face of uncertainty. Like Abraham, we are called to leave comfort zones, step into the unknown, and trust God's direction even when the road ahead is unclear or scary. God's people are not promised an easy life, but are given a sure hope. The reading from the Book of Wisdom reminds us that God's people are protected and led like soldiers on a divine mission. Our security is not in wealth or status, but in God's saving hand. So therefore, living faithfully means being ready and watchful. Jesus tells us not to be anxious about possessions or tomorrow, but to be ready because the Son of Man will come at an unexpected hour. In a fast-paced, unpredictable world, faith is our anchor and our compass. Faith activates responsibility. The parable of the faithful and wise servant shows that faithfulness means using our gifts and time well, being trustworthy in small and in big things. Now just imagine a tightrope walker high above the ground without a net. See, every step requires focus, trust, and balance. Now this is the life of faith. You cannot see the net below, but we trust the rope, the wind, and our own preparation. So it is faith that keeps us steady, not by sight, but by confident hope. Today let's question, where am I struggling to trust God in uncertainty? Do I live with watchfulness, ready to respond to God's call, or distracted by worldly worries? How am I stewarding gifts God has given me while waiting for His kingdom? So therefore, today, choose to live by faith, boldly, patiently, and gratefully. Let faith shape your decisions, relationships, and even dreams. Remember, faith is not the absence of fear, but the courage to move forward anyway, because God is with you.